Happy Saturday. It's January 25th. Thank you so much for tuning in to Weekly Weekender here on Movie Pop. And we're going to cover all the hottest topics in Hollywood and also movie news. We've got 10 topics to talk about today, guys. But before we get into that, just want to say I hope you all had a fantastic week. For all the subscribers leaving comments on the channel and across our social media, thank you so much for engaging. I'm really having a fantastic time speaking with you guys, you sexy mofos, about movie news, anything that's on your mind related to movies, and just really getting to know you all and just having a great conversation with you. So truly, keep it up. Let's keep this thing going on. And with that being said, let's move into our first topic for the day. And this is coming to us from comic book, not that guy. I forgot to mention, our sponsors, Popeyes. It's a brand new Popeyes, actually. It's the Popeyes Fresh Louisiana Kitchen. And they are offering the $10 chicken box. It's a non-GMO, kosher, gluten-free, Saudi priest Kundalini blessed pasture box. It's only $10. You can get it at Popeyes, so you know. Gotta love that chicken from Popeyes, and thank you to our sponsors over there at Popeyes. And with that out of the way, we can move into our next topic now. And this is coming to us from comicbook.com regarding a petition that's been put out for Brie Larson to be removed from the Captain Marvel movie. Marvel fans create the petition to replace Captain Marvel Brie Larson. The calls on the petition page urge Larson to put her money where her mouth is. So far, the petition has almost about 30,000 signatures that the organizer was looking for. It remains to be seen if the petition will have the real effect they wanted to have on Marvel, however. And in fact, Brie Larson, she was interviewed recently, and this subject was brought to her attention. Her response to it is as follows. Quote, "They did? Oh, I didn't even know," Larson began. "I don't know if I have time for it, you know? The things that I have extra time to really look at are like, am I eating healthy food? Am I drinking water? Am I meditating? Have I called my mom today?" More recently, I guess maybe it's because of Captain Marvel, I've had a lot of journalists be like, "How often do you Google yourself?" I'm like, "I've never Googled myself," Larson revealed. "I have genuinely never needed to look at the internet to explain to me who I am." End quote from Brie Larson regarding this petition being put up to remove her from the Captain Marvel films. I find that last part of the quote kind of interesting because she says she's never Googled herself. Maybe it's a new practice for her, and I'm totally speculating here, but I think we've all Googled ourselves and kind of looked at our profiles, make sure, you know, what the pulse is regarding other people's opinions of us and how we're projecting ourselves. So I find that hard to believe, but kind of an interesting subject here. This just broke to us this morning regarding it. Guys, listen, I mean, Brie Larson is not going to be removed from the Captain Marvel series. Like, I don't, barring some situation where Brie Larson is like having intercourse with like farm animals or something, or says something so like obnoxious or racist where Disney has to like pull the plug on her. You know, I know there's a lot of fan hate for Captain Marvel. You know, I'm not a fan of the movie. I'll just right out the door, I'm going to let you know that. But I did enjoy the character in Endgame, and I have high hopes for her potential moving forward. So, you know, let's see what Brie Larson can bring to the character, because she is a fantastic actress, Oscar nominated, if not winner, I believe, for her movie Room. So, you know, give her a chance. You know, maybe the second time will be the charm. Okay, so next topic here. This is coming to us from The Hollywood Reporter, and this is actually something I want to talk about with a heavy heart. It's regarding Obi-Wan Kenobi series. It is on indefinite hold as calls go out for new scripts. Disney Plus and Lucasfilm's Star Wars series centered on Obi-Wan Kenobi has been put on hold as the companies attempt a retooling, multiple sources tell The Hollywood Reporter. The effort, in which Ewan McGregor is set to reprise his role of the famed Jedi Knight, was in the throes of pre-production. The project had Hossein Amini writing and directing for Deborah Chow. Sources tell The Hollywood Reporter that the scripts, only 2 of them, were written. And story became an issue, and that the entire package has been jettisoned. Lucasfilm is now on the hunt for a new writer, good God, to pen the series. And at the same time, sources say the project is being reconfigured from 6 episodes to 4. Oh, kill me now. That last bit, that was like, if we didn't already have an open wound in our Star Wars hearts, that was the salt being poured on the wound. And I'm saying this because I'm assuming Disney Plus is going to, be a cheapskate with us regarding the runtime of the series. The Mandalorian has averaged somewhere between 30 and 45, 40 minutes generally, I believe. Somewhere around there, not, hour-long episodes like HBO typically does for their hot series. So if that is the case, and they're taking it down from an already minuscule 6 to 4, I'm really hoping, if it's an hour-long series and they bring it down to 4, cool. Because essentially that'll be a 4-hour movie. You can do plenty of story elements there. I'll be happy with that. But, I feel 2 ways about this situation here. On the one hand, always good to know that a studio can pump the brakes, come back, reconfigure, retool, hopefully do their due diligence in making the series good. Keeping good writers on board, making sure the direction is going forward as the fans want, as, fantastic quality writing dictates. That's the case, so that's what I'm hoping. But on the one hand, we all know the issue with Kathleen Kennedy. And this is, the 4th, 5th time she's had some serious issues regarding pre-production for a series here. G-Wolf, good lord, my dude. Drop it in. You're here live finally. What's up, man? What's G-Wolf has to say about this? And yeah, let's talk about this, man. Disney needs to lay off Star Wars for a while and let some nostalgia build up. Interesting. Now, when you say Star Wars, you mean Star Wars on the whole, not the literal whole, but on the whole, or like the film properties in terms of developing like sagas, trilogies, or on the whole. So like Disney Plus series as well. I would agree with you if we're talking about the films in terms of building out like sagas and trilogies. However, I'm more curious to see these Disney Plus series, standalone films. Awesome, keep them coming as long as they're good quality. But yeah, I think taking a step back regarding the trilogies. Yeah, definitely. Agree. And Kathleen Kennedy, man, her contract is up next month. I'm sorry, not next month. Yeah, wishful thinking. Next year. And I think there's a lot of speculation. They're all in assumption that she's going to be cut from Lucasfilm. And good riddance to her because, it's been overstated how many problems she's had with the franchise thus far. G-Wolf says, mostly the films. Got you, man. Yeah, I can hear you on that. Let's get some new blood coming in here for that. As I'm really tired of hearing about just production issues before the film or the series even comes to fruition. Like, this is equally frustrating because last year at D23, she straight up said to the audience, the scripts are done. We're good to go. It's a lock. We're ready to put this bad boy into production. And then as it turns out, only 2 scripts were written? And I don't know if that means like 2 scripts for the series on the whole or 2 scripts for 2 individual episodes. But either way, however or whatever it may be, clearly the case is that that was a lie. Like the series was not completed in terms of the screenplay. So that bitch done lied to us. She done pulled the rug up from underneath of us again. Ugh. All right, so enough Star Wars talk, guys. I want to move forward into another little bit of sad news for one of my favorite franchise properties, and that is The Matrix. Hugo Weaving is sitting out Matrix 4 due to scheduling conflict. And this is coming to us from IndieWire. Unfortunately, Weaving will not be involved in the project. The actor confirmed to the Time Out London that he's sitting out Matrix 4 because of scheduling conflicts with his theater performance of The Visit. Damn it. Damn it, man. Come on, you can do this theater crap any other time, man. We're getting a brand new Matrix here. What gives? Weaving is quoted as saying, "It's unfortunate, but actually I had this offer for The Visit, and then the offer came from The Matrix. So I knew it was happening, but I didn't have dates. I thought I could do both, and it took 8 weeks to work out that the dates would work. I held off on accepting a role in The Visit during that time, and I was in touch with director Lana Wachowski. But in the end, she decided that the dates weren't going to work. So we sorted out the dates, and then she sort of changed her mind. They're pushing on ahead without me." So it's entirely possible that Agent Smith could appear in Matrix 4 using a different actor. Rumor has it that a plot involves a younger Morpheus. With I believe the actor is Yahya Abdul Mateen II. Good God, that's a mouthful. So, you know, that's the situation at present. I kind of feel two different ways about it. I want to hear what you think about this, G Wolf. And then guys, in the comments, in the live chat, whatever, let me know your thoughts as well. G Wolf does say, "It was nice when they had several years between movies and took their time to tell a story." Not sure if that's regarding Star Wars. I think it is regarding Star Wars, right? Because for The Matrix, I think we had initially about a 5-year break between that and the Reloaded and Revolutions. And then between Reloaded and Revolutions was about 6 months, if not a year. I think it was 6 months, though, if I'm not mistaken. Now, I feel one way about this news regarding Hugo Weaving and The Matrix 4. On the one hand, I think it's awesome that we can move ahead with some new villain, perhaps. Maybe get to explore the Merovingian a little bit more. Have him as a central focus for the villain, the antagonist in the film. Because I don't want to see a retread, a repeat, same old tired formulaic storyline. So that's cool. I like that. On the other hand, you know, if this is going to be essentially a reboot of The Matrix, because we know The Matrix did essentially reboot, and we are bringing in other cast members. You know, you've got Keanu Reeves. I think Carrie-Anne Moss is going to be attached to it. It would seem maybe you could find some way to fit Hugo Weaving in it in some capacity, but perhaps not being the central antagonist. But you know, on the whole, I personally, while I don't really feel too bad about this necessarily. Now, who else we got up in here? G Wolf, I hope Matrix 4 is not going to be 2.5 hours long. Why not, man? Don't you want more Matrix? More Matrix, baby. Yeah, I mean, typically you really have to have breathtakingly tight narrative, awesome visual effects, just, you know, a bombastic cinematic event to really command or merit a 2.5 hour runtime. You know, if the narrative dictates it and allows for it, cool. But yeah, just to do a 2.5 hour movie just to do it, I would agree with you. I would not hope for that either. Keep it tight, keep it cool, keep it fun. Hey, Storm Shadow, what's up, brother? Good to see you here too, man. Thank you so much for tuning into the live stream. Hopefully we can have a little back and forth dialogue about our favorite films and the news on hand today. You say, I heard that Hugo would go back to the MCU to play Red Skull. Really? I think you had mentioned that to me on some article on Instagram. I have not heard that. That would be interesting, because, you know, like, he wasn't in Endgame or Infinity War. So, and I'm not sure why that was. If that was due to scheduling or just non-interest. I believe it was non-interest. I'm not sure entirely. But it would be curious if he were to come back as Red Skull. And then, like, but, you know, and then, yeah, I mean, would that be Red Skull, like, in the past? Before the end of Captain America, the first Avenger? Or is it going to be Red Skull as he is on Vormir? Not sure how much you could do with him there, basically as a ghost protecting the Soul Stone. G Wolf says Wachowski's get low G we dead nowadays. Say what now? Oh, okay. Wachowskis, thank you for correcting. Wachowskis get the CG Hugo weaving. Oh God, please no. Remember how bad that looked in 2003? Was it for Matrix Reloaded? I mean, even then, it was groundbreaking. But I don't think the technology had matured at that point. Even then, you had a bit of the whole uncanny valley. But it could work, maybe. Deep fakes are getting really, really good. Damn near good. So, maybe now the technology is more appropriate to do something like that. But if it was a full rendered CGI character, I would really advise him not to do that, because that just always ages terribly. Yeah, I'm going to leave it at that. Storm Shadow says, depends if they pay more money. That's what you heard. Okay, yeah. Damn. So Hugo wants that. He wants that cheddar. He wants to get paid. Interesting. I have no interest in seeing Red Skull again. I think he was fantastic in Captain America. He was cool little cameo in Avengers Endgame and Infinity War. But as far as, initial feelings about seeing him return, I have no interest. Not to say they couldn't make the character compelling. I had no interest in seeing Scarlet Witch. No, it's not Scarlet Witch. Black Widow. When I heard she's getting a standalone film, I'm like, oh, all right, come on. First of all, again, like, when and where, and I don't care. But now seeing the trailers, I'm like, okay, cool. We know when, we know where, and I care. So they could do it. Oh, dude, long-winded. Yeah, no worries, G-Wolf. It's all good, bro. I'm going to be here for quite a spell, so, you've got time to come back in the conversation. All right, so, guys, let's move on with our next topic here. This is, actually, before we even do that, I need to give shout-outs to our sponsors, Popeyes Chicken. I've got a little bit of a commercial to show you. It's about 2 minutes, so if you can indulge me. Let's take it away, Popeyes.
The fried chicken fever has hit Nazi Germany. We learn on Twitter that the Popeyes chicken sandwich is on sold out. Also, they say the chicken sandwich is going to come back as soon as possible. Thanks. Also, we learn from New York Times there's 15 minutes to mayhem for shortage of Popeye's chicken sandwich. Lastly, we learn 15 days this chicken sandwich has been sold out. Uns, mein Führer, is not a fan.
Es ist dem Feind gelungen, die Front in breiter Formation.
My new chicken sandwich is buttermilk battered and served on toasted brioche. Try it in spicy or classic.
All right, guys, so thank you again from Popeyes to our beautiful, wonderful, sexy Louisiana sponsors. Let's talk about our next topic, and this is coming to us from Entertainment Weekly. Leonardo DiCaprio confirms he and the one and only Robert De Niro are going to be in a, I'm sorry, is it Robert De Niro? Yeah, I think it's De Niro. Yes, in Scorsese's next movie. Based on David Green's best-selling 2017 nonfiction book Killer of the Flower Moon, it tells the story of the 1920s Osage murders when several Native Americans of the Osage Nation were killed after oil deposits were discovered beneath their Oklahoma land. The murders lead the then newly formed FBI to the state to investigate. Scorsese's film is scheduled to begin shooting in Oklahoma this spring, with a screenplay by Eric Roth, who has written A Star is Born and Forrest Gump. So, fantastic news. I am always loving Leonardo DiCaprio in a film, Robert De Niro as well, the two of them coming together. Damn. I'm hyped for this, man. And I think the subject matter is really cool too, because, despite how awesome The Irishman was, I really felt like it was a retread of like Scorsese doing his usual shtick, the whole aging gangster movie. And it felt like an amalgamation of, films we've seen in the past. So seeing Scorsese adopt new subject matter, I think is really the way he should be moving forward, because The Wolf of Wall Street was nothing short of fantastic, and it was basically, it was definitely a departure from what he's normally done. And then, in fact, The Departed was a departure from what he's normally done. Shutter Island was a departure from what he's normally done. And all those films are like one of I think his best. I love Shutter Island, love The Wolf of Wall Street. I can revisit those movies multiple times. Have a lot of respect for his older films, but they're not necessarily films I like to revisit as much. With exception to, I think Casino I liked a lot. Let's take some more questions here before we move into our next topic. Storm Shadow, by the way, what's your name? Just curious. Bro, man, I say my name, or I don't say it anymore, but I show it on the videos for the movie reviews. I don't know if you watch those necessarily. No, you do, because you comment on them, man. It's DJ Washington. That's actually my name. So, I often go to like nightclubs, and they're asking for my name to be put on the list, and I'm like, yeah, it's DJ Washington. They're like, oh, are you playing today? I'm like, no. That's my name. That's not my stage name. That's my real name, DJ Washington. So, waka, DJ Washington in the house. You heard about this topic on Instagram. Yeah, man. I don't know. How are you guys feeling about this? How's this news make you feel? For those of you watching right now in the live chat, let me know your thoughts. Anybody watching the rebroadcast, comment below, down in the comment section. Tell me your thoughts on this subject matter. I want to move forward into our next subject. The most recent trailer has dropped for Olivia Wilde. She's directing Margaret Qualley in a short film. This is coming to us from IndieWire. Now, these two are keeping their career momentum burning bright in 2020 by teaming up for the new short film Wake Up, shot by the great cinematographer Matthew Libatique. I don't know how to pronounce that. I'm going to go with Libatique. The Wilde-directed short film will have its world premiere in Park City in the coming days, timed to the 2020 Sundance Film Festival. So I'm sure we'll hear a lot more buzz about this after the festival premiere. Wake Up stars Margaret Qualley as Jane Doe, a woman forced to rediscover her humanity in an increasingly digital world. Wilde told People magazine about the short film. It was such a thrill to collaborate with Margaret Qualley to tell the story about what it means to be human. With legendary cinematographer Matty Libatique and the rest of our extraordinary crew, I had the chance to make something wild, strange, and timely. Now, guys, for those of you who don't know Libatique, he is a fantastic cinematographer. If you don't know the name, you know the films. Pi, Requiem for a Dream, Black Swan, A Star is Born, and the upcoming Birds of Prey, which I think looks visually beautiful. I'm excited for this. I love what she's done with Booksmart. I'm liking what I'm seeing from the trailer. If you guys haven't seen the trailer, head to YouTube after the live stream. Check out Olivia Wilde's newest short film. It's called Wake Up. It's looking great. Let me know your thoughts, guys, in the live chat. If you have any opinions on this, you don't have to. I'm not commanding you to do anything you don't want to. And for those of you watching the rebroadcast, let me know your comments by leaving a comment down below. All right, so let's move into our next topic here. This is coming to us from Variety. Netflix secures the international rights to Studio Ghibli animated films. Now, don't get too excited, because the key word here is international rights. The iconic animated features of Japan, Studio Ghibli, will be available in territories outside of the US, Canada, and Japan on Netflix starting in February. So the rest of the world, congratulations, you're getting access to one of the greatest studios for animation of Japan. The rest of us here in slummy America, Canada, and Japan are going to have to sail the high pirate seas or watch our old DVD collections. Moving on. Netflix sales agent Wild Bunch and Studio Ghibli, which counts Hayao Miyazaki as one of its leading lights, will upload 21 Ghibli features, including Academy Award winner Spirited Away, Princess Mononoke, Variety, Kiki's Delivery Service, My Neighbor Totoro, and Tale of the Princess Kaguya. They will be screened in their native Japanese with subtitles and be available globally on Netflix except, of course, for the US, Canada, and Japan. Now, interesting fact, though. In October last year, Warner Media streamer HBO Max has secured the US streaming rights to Studio Ghibli movies, meaning the entirety of the iconic Japanese animation studios collection will be available on HBO Max upon launch in spring 2020 of next year. So, awesome news. Really glad to hear that. I think it's really cool. Yeah, guys, let me know your thoughts on this. Leave a comment down in the section below. And let's move on to our next topic. Now, I think this is really kind of funny. Our next topic here is regarding Anaconda. It's getting a reboot. It's in the works at Sony with Divergent writer. Evan Darty, the Divergent writer, has been attached to the new franchise project. I'm really hoping Ice Cube's son, O'Shea Jackson, I think his name is, will reprise either a role similar to Ice Cube as a prequel, perhaps, or as an entirely new character in a sequel reboot of sorts. Darty's credits, however, the writer for this screenplay. Now, let's not get too attached to this project in terms of expecting quality, because his credits include co-writing 2012's Snow White and the Huntsman, which was directed by Rupert Sanders, who, unfortunately, God, this guy has such a brilliant visual imagination as a director, but in terms of screenplays for his films, he's ruined one of my favorites. That's Ghost in the Shell right there. So, some other projects Darty has written was 2014's Divergent, as I mentioned, and then the 2017 soft reboot of Tomb Raider. So, not really the most awesome pedigree for films so far. Let's move on to some questions in the live chat or comments as well. G Wolf says, I'm sure most people who wanted to see a Ghibli film have seen it, even if it's not legal. Yeah, bro. Definitely. And that's, oh, sorry. I got a little bit of a delay here, apparently, regarding the topic. So, Ice Cube. That's, there we go. We're on point now with topics. Yeah, dude. Storm Shadow says, I heard it's about an Anaconda remake on Instagram. Really? A remake? Okay, interesting. So they could go in any direction with that, I guess. It could be a remake, and maybe I want O'Shea Jackson to come back, play an Ice Cube type character, or, you know, perhaps just playing the character Ice Cube played in that movie. Make Anaconda rated R. Yeah, dude, was the original not rated R? I remember it being pretty graphic, gratuitous graphic scenes of snakes eating people in whole and all that jazz. G-Wolf says, Anaconda Reboot, just what nobody was asking for. It better be rated R or it will tank. So both of you guys are in agreement with that in terms of the rated R, the R rating. Yeah, just exactly what nobody was asking for. Like, what the hell is Sony thinking, guys? You know, like, they're really hit and miss. And I feel like Paramount Studios, same thing. Like, who the hell is working over there where they're adapting these properties and doing things that nobody is asking for? And like, you know, boomers like me, I say that jokingly. I'm not really a boomer per se. You know, I grew up watching this film, but someone who's 20 years old now most likely has never even heard of it. So what gives? All right. So that out of the way, guys, that's our subject on Anaconda. What do you guys think? Leave me a comment. Let me know your thoughts down below. With that out of the way, let's move on to one of our sponsors. It's, again, Popeyes. They're offering their $10 non-GMO, kosher, gluten-free, Saudi-priest, Kundalini-blessed, pasture-raised $10 box. You guys got to head over there to Popeyes. Get that awesome, fresh Louisiana kitchen. It's all organic, all non-GMO now. So let's move forward into our next topic. And this one, guys, I think is really, really cool, really interesting. The original was PG-13, eh? Okay, all right. So our next topic. Bong Joon-ho reveals epic plans for Parasite series as a 6-hour movie. So, yeah! Okay, cool. Awesome news, because HBO, you know, they always do things right. This is tying back into the subject we had talked about earlier regarding the Obi-Wan series on Disney+, how it's being reduced down to a 4-episode series. a questionable runtime. Man, thankfully, HBO, man, 6-hour movie, awesome. But let's get to the article here coming to us from IndieWire. Bong told The Wrap that the series version of his Best Picture contender will pick up an intriguing elements of the film that were left out. He's recently announcing plans to partner up with Adam McKay on a small screen adaptation for HBO. Bong has now just told The Wrap even more details about how he imagines the limited series version of Parasite will be. Bong says, "All these key ideas accumulated from when I started writing the script. I just couldn't include all those ideas in the 2-hour running time of the film. So they're all stored in my iPad, and my goal with this limited series is to create a 6-hour long film." Bong also said he wants to expand on the universe established in the original film by picking up on elements that were hinted at, but not explicitly explored, including one puzzling allusion that surely piqued fans' interest. Bong says, "For example, when the original housekeeper came back to the home in the late of night, something happens to her face. Even her husband asked about it, but she never answered. I know why she had the bruises on her face. I have a story for that. But aside from that, why does she know the existence of this bunker? What relationship does she have with the architect to know of this bunker? I have all of these hidden stories stored and ready to go." So it remains to be seen whether or not HBO's version of Parasite will unfold in English or Korean, but Bong has said that plans for the upcoming prestige drama will start to take shape beginning March, after the Oscars are over. So guys, that's awesome news. I'm going to move forward into the comments right now. G-Wolf says, Shadow Storm says, by the way, let's see if anything topical here. Nope, nothing topical related to Parasite. But I will say, let's move with the questions regarding the other subjects beforehand. The original was PG-13, says G-Wolf. Oh, okay, yeah, wow, interesting. Well, I was a kid, so maybe that's why I remember it being more violent. Storm Shadow says, did Olivia Wilde quit acting? Just curious. Let's see. And then G-Wolf, you're saying you just pulled an article saying that it was false. What was false? Hey, whomever's making a lot of noise, can you please stop? Sorry about that, guys. Very unprofessional of me here. Yes to Parasite. Yeah, dude. Sorry, G-Wolf. Yes to Parasite. So, what's your thoughts on this, man? Because I'm totally hyped on this. But I'm curious. What was the What was the article you pulled up that you said was false regarding which topic? She is not retiring. Okay, cool. Yeah, G-Wolf says she's not retiring regarding Olivia Wilde. Yeah, I've never heard anything about that. So whatever article that was, I guess, G-Wolf, thank you for confirming that it is, in fact, a lie. All right, guys, so that out the way, I want to talk about something really cool, another trailer for another film, an actual feature-length film. This is coming to us from IndieWire. So again, from IndieWire, Irresistible, starring Steve Carell and Rose Byrne, are in Jon Stewart's new political satire. Political maverick and former talk show host turned filmmaker Jon Stewart is returning to the director's chair for the first time since 2014's Rosewater with Irresistible, a political satire starring Steve Carell, Chris Cooper, and Rose Byrne. It's Stewart's first stab at an outright comedy film that he also writes and directs. The film stars Carell as a successful Democratic strategist who, after discovering a video of a retired Marine colonel, played by Chris Cooper, pledging support for the rights of his local townsfolk, undocumented workers, is convinced he's found a way into the right-wing skewing heartland. But he's soon pitted against faith aptly named and played by Rose Byrne, who's dispatched by the Republicans to challenge Gary, played by Steve Carell, in a race that spirals out of control and into high-stakes hilarity. Now that sounds awesome. I watched the trailer this morning. I would not say I felt like I saw high-stakes hilarity. Keyword there being hilarity. High stakes, yes. This movie seems like it definitely has its pulse, or its thumb on the pulse of being a really witty political satire, but I didn't laugh. I didn't find it to be funny. I liked I think I laughed at one thing. I did laugh at one thing. But on the whole, I'm wondering whether or not this will actually be a fun film. Question, G Wolf, if you can see links. No, I cannot see any links. Let me check that I have yeah, I get the full live chat stream here. I know for the viewers watching, if you look at the live stream, the live chat for the stream, up top you have two options. I believe it's top chat, top comments, and then full comments, all comments. But if I can't see any links, I don't think anybody else can. And that might be something I have to fix in the settings, but... Alright, so guys, we're going to move into our last topic of the day here. And this is coming to us from the good people at Cinema Blend. Bill Murray is back, definitely back, for Ghostbusters Afterlife. So coming to us from Cinema Blend. While Vanity Fair was on the set of Ghostbusters Afterlife during its fall shoot in Canada, Bill Murray's participation in the summer flick was confirmed. Oh! He reportedly visited the set multiple times in the same week and took part in the exclusive interviews with the publication. Here's what Bill Murray said. The script is good. It's got a lot of emotion in it. It's got lots of family in it with through lines that are really interesting. It's going to work. Bill Murray is also going to be joined by a slew of his original Ghostbusters cast members, Dan Aykroyd's Ray Stantz, Ernie Hudson's Winston, Annie Potts, Janine, and Sigourney Weaver's Dana. So cool! All right, we got Bill Murray back. We know how hard it is to get a hold of Bill Murray. He classically does not have an agent, and he takes all of his screenplay pitches on voicemail. And he listens to them and manages himself. So it's notoriously hard to get a hold of Bill Murray. So glad to see that he's in this franchise, reprising his role with other cast members, and not doing some weird cameo like the 2016 reboot did, or remake rather, whatever the hell that was. I don't know what it was. I don't want to remember. Really interesting news, guys. Let me know your thoughts in the live chat. Let me know your thoughts by commenting right down below. Guys, I think that's going to be a wrap for us today on Weekly Weekender. I want to give a special shout out to G-Wolf for finally making it here to the live stream. Glad to have you here, brother. Glad to be speaking with you live. And Storm Shadow, you as well, man. I know you've been making the rounds coming here on the live stream, so awesome to have you guys here. And everyone else who comments on our videos, our lovely viewers, I can't thank you enough. I really enjoy spending my days reviewing movies, watching movies, talking movies with all of you on my channel and amongst others' channels on social media, on YouTube. It's my bread and butter for my joy of my everyday life. If you guys want to see more awesome movie news, movie talks, make sure to remember, it's Weekly Weekender every Saturday, 11:30 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. And of course, we have our movie reviews. Those come out every weekend and shortly after any other premieres that happen during the work